Hey, what's up YouTube? I have a knife that I'm very excited to share with you all today. It is the Ray Laconico Jasmine Flipper, and there are a whole lot of reasons why I love this knife, and one of it being this is my first true fully custom made knife. And what I mean by that is I had input into the different design aspects. Ray was really receptive, great to work with, and made it happen. Now that I have it in my hand though, it's exceeded my expectations. So Ray, if you're watching, very much appreciated, man. Also, when I say fully custom, nothing on here aside from the screws, I assume, was pre-cut or water jetted for them. Everything was cut, shaped, ground, and finished by hand, which I think is pretty cool. Again, this is the Jasmine Flipper. Another unique thing to this is it's his first one with a Framelock. So he just introduced this model about a month back. The prototype used a liner lock, and so I asked if he could make one in a Framelock, and he did. So, really happy about that. The blade steel is D2, and it's a tad over 3.5 inches. It's tumbled and bead blasted, or stone washed and bead blasted, and so are all the titanium parts: the bolster, the liner, the lock side handle, and the clip. So I think that makes different parts of the knife blend very well together. I also asked that he put a swedge on there. I've not seen any of his Jasmines or slim models have a swedge, so he did add that, and I think it came out great. One thing about swedges, aside from functionality or added functionality, it just looks really cool. Not only open but closed as well, so it just kind of adds a little bit more character even when the knife is closed. There's Ray's maker's mark, which I really like, that it's on the spine. Ray's known for his really clean work, and it being on the spine just kind of proves it on this knife anyway. It's just really clean, and then I do love how that maker's mark is on the spine. The blade rides on GTC pivot bearings, so the action on this thing is extremely smooth, guys. Just really nice. Unlike other folders where you have to push kind of hard to overcome the detent so it shoots open, this one it feels like you get out of it what you put into it. I know that sounds kind of funny, but if you push hard, it'll fly open. If you push not so hard, it'll just nice fluid motion. You can really feel it, like you can control the open. There you go. Hopefully you saw the difference between the speed on those openings. Once it's open, it's solid. I mean, there's no play in any direction, and it being pivot bearings, you can tighten out the pivot pretty much all the way down, and it'll still open and close pretty smoothly. Here's the lock geometry on there. If I had to guess, it's about 30 to 40%, which I like. Not too early, not too late, and there's no stick at all. I mean, just as easy as it is to flip open, it's easy, no stick as far as unlocking it. So again, really nice work. There's this little cutout over there. The other parts that I asked for was to have a carbon fiber scale and tie bolster, and I asked that he cut where they meet at an angle instead of just horizontally across the handle itself. And we used lightning strike carbon fiber. Hopefully you can kind of see the copper running through the checkering there. It looks really, really nice. I believe this is the second time Ray has worked with LSCF, but maybe it's the first time he used that as a backspacer, which hopefully you can see that again. It looks really nice how it's speckled through the backspacer, and then you come back here and see the scale. Just really good. Because we're using LSCF and that copper coloring to it, I asked that he heat treat the screws so it gives it that bronze color. And again, just a different way to blend different aspects of the knife together. So really like that. I asked that he heat treat the clip also, and you know, I like how the color transition between the bronze screws and the color of the tie handle, it's almost like a color right in between the two, which I think is very cool. The clip has great retention. I mean, really nice. You know, nice, simple design, and I love how it's cut and aligned perfectly with the end or the butt of the handle. Really nice job. Speaking of the handle, it feels really comfortable in hand. There are no hot spots, no sharp edges whatsoever. I mean, you can grip this down with a G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip and still be okay. Even in reverse grip, feels really great. You know, Ray didn't miss a thing putting this thing together. What else can I share? You know, being you know, it's a 3.5-inch blade, so it's you know, a little over about an 8 or over 8-inch knife overall. It's still pretty slim, you know, and so riding in your pocket, it's feels great. I mean, you know, you put this in, but again, look at the profile on there, or the width. It's not too big, so it's not uncomfortable to carry at all. Feels great actually. So I can, it's hard to see anything bumping this out of my #1 EDC spot for a long time. If you haven't seen any of Ray's work or ordered from him, you know, check him out. Once he puts something on the forum, it usually doesn't last very long. But sometimes he'll take minimal orders, especially when he's introducing a new model. So can't highly recommend his work enough, especially this one. And I'm a little biased, you know, and ask you to check out his Jasmine Flippers. It's really great, really great. Okay, how about, you know what, let's bring in a couple more knives here just for size comparisons. And excuse the bump, I'm going to have to change the focus because this thing doesn't autofocus this. Might need a better camera just for that. The first one is the Les George VECP version 2 with the flat dark earth coated blade. That's a 3.5-inch blade as well, and as you can see, it's almost, you know, tip to tip, pretty much exactly the same as far as the open length. And for a smaller knife, let me wipe off the smudge here a little bit. It's the Chris Reeve Insingo small version with micarta inlays, and that blade is right under 3 inches, so you can see the difference there as well. Hopefully I can do videos on the other two knives here soon. I just acquired them recently myself. So I think that is it that I'd like to share. Hopefully you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed sharing the Laconico Jasmine Flipper with you guys. I'll talk to all of you guys in the next vid, and be sure to cut with care.